Morning everyone. James JT Motive on this gorgeous Wednesday morning. Get sun shining there. That's because I'm blessed. That's why. I'm joking. So, a little bit different. I am going to do, I'm warning you now, Val and Neve, I'm going to do a 10-minute-ish story about living with addiction. That's what I'm doing. So, I hope people listen and enjoy it. Now, this is for people that have been on my TikTok and have inboxed me loads of how do we do it? And I've inboxed them privately because it's nobody else's business. When they share some personal stuff, it's completely confidential between me and that person. So, but loads of how do you do it? How do you do it? And I'm just going to share a little bit of my story of what I did. So, brought up in a normal house, very loved house, parents together, older brother. Amazing. Only got happy memories of my childhood. Only happy memories. So my addiction's got nothing to do with my upbringing. Nothing at all. So as I said, great life. Got to 15, 16, do what you do at school. You go out in the parks on a weekend and drink your bottles of cider, Merrydown. Oh, do you remember that? So that's what I was drinking, bottles of Merrydown, glass bottles. I remember I'd had drinks and stuff before with my dad at Christmas and stuff like that. Said, do you want a glass of sherry? Have a glass of sherry at Christmas. Oh my days. Anyway, I drank and stuff at 16, no drugs. And then I sort of give it up at like just before I was 18. I couldn't be arsed. Stay to me. Couldn't be arsed at all. On my 18th birthday, I didn't even drink. I drove everywhere and had lime and soda. That was my thing at 18. All my mates are having it, and I was like, can't be arsed. But then at 19, something changed. And I went a bit nuts. Nothing changed externally, just in me. Started drinking, started hanging around with this lad I used to work with. Introduced me to coke. 19, was it 18? 18, just coming up for 19. And I never done it before. To be fair, I'd never done any drugs before, really. I went straight onto coke, never done pills or whiz or eat, nothing, went straight onto that. And I got a habit quite quickly. And I do it any day. Don't matter what week. I do it in work, do it on a weekday, do it in the morning, do it at night, wait even asked. Didn't really drink because I was working and driving, but I could drive on that, but I wouldn't drink. So I just did it all the time. And it happened for about 18 months and I got in loads of debt. Like loads of debt as well, because back in the day it was the late 90s, it was early 2000s, it was like 50 quid a gram. I was getting myself in stupid amounts of debt because I wouldn't just get one because I'm a greedy little shit. I'd be getting like 3.5 and 8 for getting 8 for time. And I always go missing. Friday, payday, go missing, come back, tail between my legs on a Sunday. I had a little girl at home, she was like 1, 2. Just nuts. And I had my little girl thinking that'd stop me drinking and using, and it didn't. I just carried on. It made it a bit worse. I just went missing, shying away from responsibility. Anyway, I remember going back a little bit. I remember I'd go on benders like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I remember at like 20, anyway, I had a problem early on. I remember at like 20, my mum would say, why can't you stop like your brother? Why can't you just stop and go to work? And he used to say, you know what, Mum? I promise I will. I promise. And you know what? I meant it. Put me on a lie detector test. I meant it. Jenny McKyle would have come out and gone, you've passed, full house, because you meant it. 3 days later, I'm all lit up again, thinking it's a great idea to have a drink and a line. Forgetting all the shit that I've just done, all the consequences, my mind is twisted. It blanks that out. It won't be that bad this time, James.
You can just have the one. And this was a horrible cycle for years. Fast forward a bit, 23, got my own flat in Wythenshawe. Phone's gonna fall. Got my own flat in Wythenshawe on my own. My missus at the time and my daughter and her brother lived in Wythenshawe again. I had my own flat as a single lad, but still with them, just having it. And that's when it really took off for me, because nobody saw what I was doing. And the 2 or 3 day benders turned into week and 2 week benders. I'd ring in sick work. I've always suffered with my health. I have COPD, so I've always suffered with really bad health. And I'd ring in work and say, I've got a massive chest infection. They'd say, see you in a week. And I'd just sit and drink and sniff all week and watch Jeremy Kyle at 9:15, thinking my life's not that bad. That's what I do. Anyway, it got to a point where at 26, I was done. I was absolutely done. I couldn't do it no more. And a family member introduced me to Alcoholics Anonymous. And I went and I thought, this is ace, this, because it's story time. You go, you tell your story, and everyone listens to you. And obviously I love talking. People know on this app I love talking. And it was all about me. But nothing changed. Nothing changed to you, because when I put the drink and drugs down, I don't get better, I get worse. Because fit out to the outside world, I look better. Going back to the gym, eating better, work's going better, I'm spending more time with the family, I'm looking better. Internally, I'm dying. I'm dying, because I'm dying for a drink and I'm dying for a line, because I have this internal condition of anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. I suffer with all that inside. And restless, irritable, sorry, this is what I'm trying to say. Restless, irritable and discontent. Which only will, when I'm restless, irritable and discontent, can't sit still and heads all over the show, and the only thing that calms that is a drink or a line for a small period of time. And then what happens is, once I put that first one in me, all bets are off. I can't have one drink, one line. It sets something off in me, in my body. My body doesn't break it down as a normal person's does. It produces what's called enzymes in my blood, and it's like a phenomenon of craving. So it's like a craving. So these enzymes are going around in my blood. All of a sudden, I want another one. So, and then I want another and another, and it's this craving that I suffer with. So all of a sudden, I want the 10th more than I want the second, because I'm full. I just want more. I remember once I'd been sat in my flat naked. I'd pissed myself. I was a mess. I'd been on a 10-day bender, and I'm crying my eyes out, but still drinking, knowing that this is killing me, but still drinking. There's no party going on. I'm not having a great time. I'm drinking and using because I'm an addict, because I can't do anything else. So, fast forward a little bit. I was in the rooms of AA and Cocaine Anonymous for about 5 years, in and out, a year sober, 16 months sober, a couple of months sober. And it finally broke in August 2010, when my parents finally said, we don't want to know you. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I went on my last 11-day bender. I knew what to do, because I'd been around the rooms, but I just couldn't do it until I'd had enough pain. Once I'd had enough pain, that's when something would change. I couldn't do it for my daughter, couldn't do it for my mum and dad, couldn't do it for my family at the time. I had to do it for me. So I went back to AA, and I started to work what's called a 12-step program. And let me tell you, because I've done that, I am now drink and drug free, and have been for nearly 11 years. I live the best life I'm living. I am living my best life. Nothing to do with material stuff called GTI, money in the bank, the most amazing job in the world. Nothing to do with that. What it's to do with is waking up in a clean bed, waking up in a bed, clean clothes, food in the cupboards, in the fridge, house. But you know what? Better than that, waking up every morning without the obsession to drink and use, without the obsession to say I'll just have the one, because when I went back to the rooms 11 years ago, it's not a massive process, you know. Within 2 weeks of me going to meetings and doing what was suggested, and for me, I had to do that, within 2 weeks, the obsession in my mind to drink and use had been lifted, had been taken away, and has never returned in nearly 11 years. Now, for me, that I'm recovered. I am recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body, because the obsession has been removed. AA and the 12 steps has done exactly what it said it can do in that book. So my life today, this 11 years, I'm now employable, I'm married to my best mate, I've got my kids back in my life, I've got my whole family, my mum, my dad passed away 2 years ago, my brother, I've got 2 brothers, I've got a stepbrother as well, I love him to bits. All the family, they all want to spend time with me. That's the blessings of going to the fellowships, working a 12-step program, getting recovered, and then helping the next. And I was going to say, it's just a little snippet. I've sort of gone a bit on tangent. I hope that helps someone. But I have been given, I'll finish on this, I have been given a brand new life. I'm living the best life I've ever lived. And it's all thanks to giving up drinking drugs and doing what was suggested to me by a guy who'd done it before me. He was 25 years sober, and he said, if you want to get clean and sober for good and for all, you need to do this, James. You see, the book says we live one day at a time, which we do. We've only got 24 hours. You see, tomorrow is not promised, and yesterday is gone. We only have today. That is it. So we live one day at a time. But ask yourself, are you done for good and for all? Are you done internally with that frigging shite? Listen, thanks very much for watching. Loads of love and God bless. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Stay blessed.